welcome to the Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. Welcome back returning subscribers and welcome new viewers. This is my little corner where I love to sit down and discuss all things knit and crochet. So I hope you are all well and healthy. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We sure did. We went out with my son's girlfriend and her mom and went to a nice gathering where they had a nice dinner and played games, and it was very nice, very wonderful. In fact, on Sunday, last Sunday, we had a it was the Sunday before Thanksgiving, we had a dinner there. So this year, I did not have to cook Thanksgiving dinner. We went out twice and had two separate dinners, and it was really amazing, and we had a wonderful time. My sympathies for those that were not feeling well during the holiday season. It can be quite a trying time, and hope you're all in good spirits. And let's get right into it. I did release day one of my Advent, and I will be doing those daily. You may see them sometimes as a YouTube short or just a short regular video. But I'm trying to keep it short, and I'm just going to be opening that every single day. I have that here. I'm not going to disclose yet where I got this. Not until I get towards the end of the month. I'm kind of keeping it a surprise, and I have a certain reason why I'm doing that, and I will explain all that later. But these are wonderful. Each day they have these individually wrapped things, and that one feels like there's something nice in there. So it's been wonderful, and I enjoyed opening day one, and I got some really nice sock yarn in there. And I think I think I'm going to do something special with it, but we'll be talking about that on the Advent videos. The rest of the things are going to be here in my podcast weekly like I normally do. So, that being said, hope I explained that well. This week I have several knitted objects that I am working on, and I have a couple of crochet projects that I am working on. I do have one finished object, and that is down here, and it is crocheted. And this is going to be a gift for someone, and it is a shawl. And I done this simple pattern by using Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the shade Violet, and then this stripe right in here, the light purple. That's a little bit different. That was just some leftover I had from Red Heart Super Saver in Orchid. So very nice, very lovely shawl. Let me put it on. It's not for me, it's for someone else, but I just love shawls. And I'm sure she's going to love it too. So this was just a simple pattern, and you can make it by doing 3 rows of granny stitch and then a couple rows of just double crochet. Sometimes I put in 4 rows, sometimes 3. Just to give it a little bit of variety. So yeah, very nice. Yes, very nice, very elegant. I love this. This has always been my favorite shawl pattern because it's just it's simple yet elegant, and the fit is very nice. I like it to come down, you know, right at my elbows. So. And with all acrylic yarn, usually when you machine wash and dry it, it will grow and stretch a bit. So this will be nice, and it'll soften up. Right now it's at that rough stage as Red Heart Super Saver tends to be. It's a very durable yarn though. But yeah, it's at that rough stage, and once it gets washed, it'll be much, much softer. So there that is. That is the whole thing. And that's my finished object for this week. I sat and worked on that till I got it finished because I wanted to finish it for a Christmas gift. All right, I'm going to go run back and grab something as soon as I show you this next whip here I got going on. Okay, this whip is also a shawl. Oh, and I've got it tangled up somehow. Not sure how that happened. But here it is. This is my Winterberry shawl. And now that I've finished the purple granny shawl, I'm going to get busy and finish this one. Both of those, by the way, were, let's see, the purple one I just shown you, that was crocheted up on a 6mm crochet hook. I done that to go up a half size from what the yarn recommended so that it would give it a little bit more openness and drape, which it done. Now this here is also acrylic yarn. The color bands are 3 weight. The white is a Red Heart Super Saver worsted weight yarn. Like I state before on my videos, I am not a yarn snob. In this day and age, we need to be more thrifty. And I am working through stash as of right now, only purchasing just a little bit of yarn for special projects or things that I need to finish. So this is my progress on my Winterberry shawl. I call it Winterberry because, well, right now it looks very wintry outside. Wasn't that pretty? It had started to snow on Friday night and just kept snowing throughout the day Saturday and into a little bit into Sunday and then let up. But I woke up this morning, the trees were just covered with beautiful white coating. I just love it. It's so quiet. There's absolutely no wind. And I just love winter days like that. I really do. But the reason I titled this Winterberry shawl is because the little bits of bobbles that I put in there, or the puff stitches, however you want to call, like little berries. Wasn't too happy with the red and the melon color in here. That did not go too well with my theme I was trying to accomplish, but I didn't want to frog it out. I didn't want to rip it back or anything like that, so I kept it in there. But now I'm just keeping with more of the winter tones. So this will be finished soon, now that I've got the purple shawl finished. And as I said before, this was done up on a US 5mm crochet hook, just using scraps of 3-weight colored yarn and 4-weight for the white. All right, now let me see. The next crochet object I'm going to share, and then I'm going to get into my knitted whips. I'm working on my blanket. I'm working on this in the evening, every night. And I love, it's so soft and warm. I love putting it over my knees to keep my knees warm at night. So it's getting progress done on it. Yesterday, though, I was knitting because of the weather. Church services were canceled, so it was kind of stay at home and just kind of catch up on some knitting. And by the time evening rolled around, my hands were too sore to work on it. But I did make progress from the last time you saw it. So I love the colors. It's very autumnal, which won't go well with winter theme, but that's all right. It goes well with the colors in my bedroom. So it's just for me, and it's just an easy chevron blanket, 10 up, 10 down. In the center, you do 2 chains. So, and then every 10th one you skip 2. So, yeah, what millimeter size hook did I use? 5mm I am using. And just some scrap acrylic weight yarn, worsted weight acrylic yarn. So, amazing what you can make with just things you have on hand, isn't it? Yes. All right, I do have 1, 2, 3, count them, 4. I have 4 knitted whips, and I did not intend to have this many, but it happened. Couple out of necessity, okay? Now, the first one I'm going to show is one I've been showing you, and I'm working on it now. Working on it more and more. I finished the arm on it. This is my little nuthatch colorwork sweater. This is a self-drafted pattern. The pattern for the nuthatch was from a book. I got the book through the mail, and let's see, I have it right here. There's a lot of patterns in this book, and you can get this anywhere. Colorwork Creations, and the author's name is Susan Anderson Freed. There that is. Very nice. Has a lot of nature-inspired colorwork designs in it. And I just chose this little nuthatch pattern, and I wanted to make a cardigan sweater with it. And I'm going to slip it on. I finished the sleeves, and now I'm working the bands. And I decided that I am not going to put buttons on it. I'm just going to have it open because 9 times out of 10, my cardigan sweaters, I just throw them on and go about doing my chores or whatever. And you can't see the bottom. It's way down there. Unless I stand back to show you. Scoot you back here. There we go. Pardon my rest of my outfit. I'm in a very, very relaxed ensemble today. But yeah, there's a little nuthatch. It almost looks like it could have been a pocket. But no, I did one on one side and one on the other, and this comes way down almost to my knees. And finished the arms, and I just done a straight arm all the way down. And now I'm working here on this side with the band. I'm going to do a wide band on each side and possibly knit a belt for it. Just something to tie around my waist. Simple, easy. So yeah, yarn I'm using for this is also an acrylic worsted weight yarn. And I forgot the name of it. It's called Ruby, and I think it was, Basics. Premier Basics. Premier Basics. I had to think for a moment. This is Premier Basics in the colorway, no, not Ruby, I'm mistaken, Garnet. The name of this is Garnet. Premier Basics, Garnet. Number 4, premium acrylic yarn. So I'm going to scoot this back. That was a long sweater. Very long sweater. And it covers, and that's what I like. I wanted a sweater this year that was going to come all the way down to my knees, like a tunic length, and that's what this is. So, yeah. All I have left to do, and it's not going to take me long. I'm just doing the rib for the band. Whoop. I'm doing the rib for the band the same as I done all the bands in the whole thing. It is a 2x1 rib. Knit 2 and purl 1. And the collar on this, I got to where it would stand up a little bit. Not any fancy features, just went around the whole back with the, and this was my own thing I done right in here. I added. I was going to do something with the arms, but then I didn't. I should have. But oh well, that's okay. I just wanted something warm and cozy. And the other object that I showed, I want to talk about that. This yarn here, this is a frogged out project. I'm not sure if I showed you last week. I think I did. Yes, I think I mentioned it. It was a crocheted sweater, and it was super, super, super heavy on me, and I frogged the whole thing out, and I've got 13 balls. 13 balls, and this is Drops Andes mix. Oh, let me see. Drops Andes mix. I don't have a label. I did have a label for one. Oh, here we go. This is the same yarn, only a different shade. Drops Andes mix. A chunky blend of wool and alpaca. Not a lot of yardage on one of these, but it is so, I just love this yarn. It's so squishy and it's so soft. Oh, it's just so soft. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I want to knit something with this, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. Don't know. Oh, and in case you're wondering, what I'm wearing, this is nothing that I made. It's just a thrift store sweater. I love the color on this, though. It's like a very light blush pink. I love blush pink. Hence, kind of the color this is, almost. A little bit darker. Not sure what to make. If anyone has any suggestions, I have a lot of yardage. I have 13 of these. So I could make something very nice, very long. I'm thinking more of like a wearable, but a wearable accessory. So we'll see. I have all winter to decide on that. All right. And the next thing is, you've seen it before. This is my buttery soft, self-drafted sweater, pullover sweater that I'm making using Drops Air. And there that is. Drops Air. And this is my progress. Isn't it beautiful? I'm just making it different colored stripes, and I done the raglan here, going down the sleeves. I do not have enough yarn to finish. I'm going to pick up another 2 different colors and then back to this, I think, for the ending. And no, it's not going to be a crop top. If you are watching, my friend out there, no, sorry, this is not going to be a crop sweater. I want to finish this one, make it all the way full length. I have enough cropped sweaters. But anyway, so just getting a little bit more of that. I'm working in the body. Fits me very wonderfully. No, I'm not trying it on because I just have my one set of needles down there. Just a very basic stockinette stitch this was. The only thing different is I made a cowl neck that can be folded down like a turtleneck if I choose. It's versatile. You could do it, wear it either way. And it's just a more like a square type. Well, you can't see that way. But it was, if you can look in the striping how it looks more square, that's because of the raglan. And the raglan was not hard to do. After you do your 1x1 rib, you increase a number of stitches and then you start your raglan. And it's every other row, or every other round, I should say, on a US size 8 knitting needle. And you make it by, you mark the stitch, and then one stitch before the marked stitch, you knit in the front and back, and then you knit the marked stitch, that's the center. And then on the other side, you're going to purl one, swing the yarn back in front and knit in the back of the stitch. And that's going to make it lean this way and this way with your marked stitch in the center, which gives it a very nice raglan going down. I have several different types of raglans I like doing. Lace ones. I would love to learn to do one with cables. I think that would be a very neat idea. Make a cable going down for the raglan. Just something I thought of. I do not know. I'm always got ideas rolling through my head. No, I'm not a designer, but I love to just make and design my own things. Okay, so there that is. I'm making progress. I'm thinking I'm going to go with a peachy type of pink, and then maybe a different shade of green, and then end with this oatmeal color here for the bottom. And yes, the yarn is getting low. This is what I have left. I'm just going to keep knitting it until I'm all out. And this is why I done the sleeves, because I wanted to make sure each of the sleeves matched. See the colors, how they match on each side? I counted the rows or the rounds and made sure they were equal on each side so they would line up and match nicely. That's why I done it that way. That's where half my needles are. Half my needles on this thing. All right, now for the next thing. This is formed out of necessity. And it's formed out of necessity, and it's just a start, but I am making myself a pair of leg warmers. I need a pair of leg warmers. I had a vintage pair that I made from a 1987 pattern. I donated them. And I looked and looked and looked. I thought, where are they? Because I was cleaning out my closet and I realized, oh, I donated them. So that's where they're at. So I'm just knitting these with some wool. This is all wool in here. This is Wool of the Andes by Knit Picks. And I've got some other scrap wool in here I'm going to use. And then down here at the bottom, whoops. I hear a snowmobile out there. Down here at the bottom, you'll see there's a lot of little scraps. That is worsted weight wool that was left over from 2024, my Advent. In 2024, if you go back and look, you'll see I done the worsted weight wool yarn Advents. I had 2 separate ones. And I made a hat and scarf and pair of mitts with that, which I donated them to a friend. Didn't need them, just made it for fun. But there's a lot of little scraps in here I'm going to add with these leg warmers because they're just for me, just for fun. So that's what I'm doing. I took notes so I would remember my pattern. I've got 2 needles here because I started them on a US 5 and I'm going up to US 8. Now for the last thing. Okay, I had to run and get it. If you are a longtime viewer of mine, you'll remember this from 2023, I think it was. And this is an evergreen, just a very large shawl. It's asymmetrical shawl going like this. This was called the evergreen shawl. And I got the pattern here. This came in a kit. I bought this from Universal Yarns. This is the evergreen shawl. And I had leftover yarn from this, okay? And I think you can still get these over at Universal Yarns. I will leave a link in my description in case you're interested. I'll see if they still have it. If you don't see the link, that means they do not. But this was a worsted weight wool project, and I had a lot of leftover yarn. As you can see, I have a whole skein of it, plus a little extra. Well, what I am up to is I'm making myself a headband because I want something to go around my head because I don't care for hats too much. It mooshes down my hair, and I like to wear my hair up. So I'm making this, if you can visualize that, just a large headband on a US size 8, and I'm knitting the evergreen pattern. But I'm going to frog it out and start over, and here's why. When I was doing this, I'm doing the evergreens going up this way, but I realized when I wear it, they're going to look sideways. It's not going to look good. So what I'm going to do is start over, and I'm going to do them just in a row this way. So the evergreens will be facing the right direction, if you know what I mean. I'm just using a bamboo Chiaogu wooden knitting needle size 8. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. This was a very, very beautiful shawl. I'm even going to put it on for you. I absolutely love it. It is so soft and warm. Certain way you wear this is you start with the large end here. Just kind of drape it over your shoulder. That's what I do. Pull that down on the other side. Bring it around in front. And then I tend to adjust it a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll put a pin right here and pin it, a shawl pin. And it's a very, let me move you down. It's a very nice accessory. It's so soft and lovely and warm. The wool really softened out after I blocked it. So yeah, this was my evergreen shawl by Universal Yarn. It was called the 12 Days of Winter Collection, 2023. So yeah, so I'm making a headband to match it. I could have made a hat, but like I said, I don't care for hats. I'd rather have something to where my hair can kind of stick out the top. But anyway, there's that. So that is everything this week. I don't want to get this too long. I've kept you here long enough already. So all of you take care, and I will see you again on the next podcast next week. I'm not doing a Vlogmas type thing. I'm just doing my regular podcast, but you will see me daily opening up my Advent. I just got done with day 1. Tomorrow's day 2, so stay tuned for that. By the time this uploads, I may be on day 3. All right, well, all of you take care and have a safe and wonderful week, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye, friends.